Hello, welcome to part 2 of sending a patch with B4. This is a follow-up to the previous one. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Hit like, subscribe, whatever. Don't actually do any of those things because these are the only videos that I've ever posted. I don't think I'll post anything else after this. Anyway, I've actually sent 2 patches in the previous time. I sent one for the Lanyang Lablé fix. There was one, and the other one I sent, there was also a typo fix for a Wi-Fi driver that was also a very straightforward fix. There was a type was misspelled as type, and it was also described in the same bug. So the actual 2 submitted patches that I sent were very similar. In fact, that it's just a very simple typo fix. And I received 2 feedbacks for that, for both patches, and one of them is this is the Lablé one. This is the bug reporter thanking me for this action, and the second one is actually an actionable one. Actually actionable. Yay, great. There we go. I received a reviewed by trailer for this one saying everything looks good. So I'm going to show you how to apply this trailer. And for the second patch that I submitted, I received an actionable item as well, and it shows me that I needed to fix the subject prefix is to be not what I sent. You can see the subject prefix just saying RTL something, fix obvious spelling error, type. And the feedback I received was that subject should be Wi-Fi, RTL Wi-Fi, and then only the rest of this. So I'm going to apply both of those fixes and send. I can't send anything. I don't need to send anything for the Lanyang fix because it's just a reviewed by. Unless there's further feedback, I don't need to do anything about it. It'll be pulled in by the maintainer who applies that patch, hopefully in the future. And I will send a V2 for this patch, fixing the subject. So let's see. Let's start. Which one am I in? I'm in Lanyang label fix. I'm going to show you how to pull in the reviewed by trailer, and that's a very simple operation. I'll actually show you git commit. The latest one, there was only one patch there. See that this is exactly what was in the last video. This is exactly how I sent it off. I'm going to run before trailers U. It means it's update trailers update branch commits from latest received trailers. And this is actually some cool stuff here. If you look at the cover letter, actually not the cover letter, let me show you back over here. It'll be easiest. So Lanyang, no, it doesn't show it there. Yeah, at the very bottom, right there. See, I sent 2 kind of basement things there. Base commit shows where in the tree this commit belongs, and the second one I sent was change ID, which is a unique identifier for this series that I sent. So what we are going to be doing when we send a before trailers U, it will query lorecurl.org and look for that change ID and find any trailers that were submitted by others for me for my patch. And it just goes out and says I'm going to grab search results for this change ID, and you see that it found the reviewed by Andrew Jeffrey right there. It applied it. It says I checked DKIM. Well, listensfordead.org rewrites the DKIM, so this is kind of useless, but that's not something I can fix. But if you look at the commit now, you'll see that, ta-da, the reviewed by showed up there automatically. So this simplifies the process of grabbing the new trailers and applying them to your patch series. And when you have 10, 15 patches, this is dramatically simpler than just with one patch. Because with one patch, I can just copy paste. If you received a bunch of reviews for a 15 patch series, then it becomes a hassle to do it by hand. Okay, I'm not going to send a V2 for this patch because this is there's nothing else to do here. I just wanted to demonstrate how to grab the trailer updates. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the other patch. Let's switch that one. And now it's there, and it says I should fix the subject of the commit. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to look at NeoMut again. And I'm going to see here is the subject prefix should be. I'm going to copy this part here. And I'm going to git commit amend, and I'm going to say right here, like that. That's what they want. Good. I'm game with this. So since I'm going to be sending a v2 of the patch, I should make a note of this in the cover letter. You look over here. So changes in v2. I'm going to say updated commit subject based on feedback. I can delete this part. A link to v1 is there. It's live. I can actually show you. I'm going to copy this. And since I'm in the terminal, I'm going to show you in the terminal. And I'm going to save this first. 3M. Go to this link. You can see this is my initial submission of this patch. And it's useful because it gives the person reviewing this, between the v2, a link to the v1 so they can compare it if they wanted to. And you can see they got a change ID as well. And the change ID stays the same across all the revisions of the series. So v1, v2, v3 are going to have the same change ID. So if somebody sent a reviewed reviewed by trailer to a v1 of your series, and you're now up to v3 or v4, the v4 trailers update will still find that, and as long as there's no dramatic changes between like the subject and the patch ID, then it will still apply it to the right place. So good stuff. Yeah, I want to exit. So yeah, so it's time back to before and oh, actually just delete that first. Yeah, I don't want anything there, so it doesn't confuse me. So I'm going to say send O to send. I'm going to look at that. Okay, what would it say? It would say patch v2. Nice. It modifies the subject. Nice, as normal. Yeah. So this is our everything else the same. It's stuck in from the cover letter. It pulled in the changes in v2 so that the people looking at this know exactly what was changed in here. And everything else remains pretty much the same. One more thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I didn't sneak in any other changes that I forgot to document in the changelog. I'm going to run before prep compared to v1. And it'll tell me, it runs the range diff between v2, which is the current version I'm working on, and the v1 that I sent off, and said that, well, I compared them, and in commit 1, the differences are the commit message changed from this one to that one, which is exactly what I just did. If there were code changes, it would have highlighted those two. This is a great step to show, did I forget to document something? Did I add features that I actually didn't mean to? For example, sometimes you stick in like debug statements, and you're not sure if they should actually remain in there or if they were just temporary. So this is a good test. Okay. This looks good. I'm going to send this off. I'm going to reflect this again just to make sure. For send reflect. Yeah, looks good. I'm going to scroll up to see. Yep. There we go. I'm going to enter. It got reflected. Should be already in there. There we go. Match v2. It's all good. Everything looks good there. Yeah, let's send it off. There we go. And last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to respond to that one. And thank you, the person, for telling me what to do. Yes. Actually, I never replied with this. Hopefully this works. So, I'm going to say updated in v2. Thank you. I think this should work. I'm not sure if I've ever set up sending on this Neomut, but let's try it out. See what could possibly go wrong. Oh, look, it did. Awesome. So this goes back to the question, if you're using the web submit endpoint, right? So do you still need to have an email address and be able to respond to emails? And the answer is yes, because if there's a feedback coming in, you still want to be able to respond to those people saying thank you, or if something is unclear, so can you please clarify, and so on and so forth. So you still need a email address, and you need to be able to send plain text email, that still remains the case. Other than that, everything's good. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody just as much as the part 1. Cheers.